I'm 100 years old. There are 3 things I wish somebody had told me at 60, and not knowing one of them almost killed me. Sit down, this won't take long. You need all 3. I've buried my husband, my brother, my best friend of 70 years, every person I used to call on a Sunday. I am the last one left. So listen to me. I'm not going to waste your time, and I'm not going to be gentle. Here's the first thing. Don't lose your friends. Not your family, your friends. The ones who knew you before you got old. At 60, I let mine go quiet. I told myself there was always time. We'd talk next month. Next year. There wasn't time. One by one they died, and I never made the calls. I was too proud to be the one who called first. Her name was Ruth. We met when we were 19 years old. For 60 years, that woman knew everything about me, every secret, every mistake. And the last 5 years of her life, I called her maybe twice a year. I was busy. She understood, I told myself. Then her daughter called to tell me Ruth was gone. And I sat there holding that phone, and I could not even remember the last thing I said to her. I think about Ruth every day, and I would give anything for one more phone call. Anything. And then my doctor told me something that made me sick. He said being lonely isn't just sad, it's dangerous. He said it raises your risk of dying early by about 1/4, the same as smoking. He said it can take 15 years off your life. 15 years from being alone. So call them today. The friend you keep meaning to call her before this video ends. I don't care if it's awkward. Awkward won't kill you. Being alone will. Now that first one, everybody nods and forgets it by supper, so pay attention. The second thing is harder to hear. Most people my age quit on it 20 years too early, and it's why they ended up in a wheelchair. The second thing is your strength, your muscle. And I know, the second I say exercise, you want to leave. Don't, because they lied to you. They told you that after 60, the smart thing is to slow down. Take it easy. Sit and rest. That is wrong. That is exactly how you end up weak. When you stop using your muscles, you lose them fast. And one day you go to stand up and you can't. That is the day you lose your freedom. That is the day somebody else starts dressing you. I watched it happen to my own sister-in-law. She sat down at 68 and barely got up again. By 75, she couldn't get to the bathroom alone. She didn't die of any disease. She died of sitting down. It almost happened to me too. In my late 70s, I got soft, slow. I grabbed the railing for everything. Then my doctor, a kid younger than my grandchildren, told me something I never forgot. He said they did a study on people in their 90s, 90 years old, in nursing homes. They lifted a little weight a few times a week. In 2 months, they got a lot stronger. He told me the body doesn't care how old you are. You ask it to work, it works. Do you hear me? It is almost never too late. If a 95-year-old in a wheelchair can get stronger, you at 60 have no excuse. None. So I started, a soup can in each hand, sitting right in my chair. That was all. 6 months later, I was carrying my own laundry up the stairs again. So carry your own groceries. Stand up without using your hands. Stay strong, so nobody ever has to take care of you. So that's 2, your friends and your strength. Do nothing else. Do those. But the third thing is the one that almost killed me, and I have never said it out loud to anyone. So sit down. I am going to tell you what happened to me at 75. When I was 75, my husband died. His name was Walter. 51 years of marriage. He made my coffee every single morning. And the morning after he died, I stood in that kitchen and I did not know how to start the day. So I didn't. I am going to tell you the truth because nobody talks about this part. I didn't cry and then heal. I just stopped. I stopped cooking. Why cook for one? I stopped answering the phone. I stopped getting dressed. Who was going to see me? I sat in his chair all day in my nightgown and waited. I wasn't trying to die. I just stopped trying to live. And I started dying anyway. I got weak. I got sick. Nothing was wrong with me. But I had decided I was done. And your body listens to that. Your body believes you. You know what saved me? Not a doctor, not a pill. My neighbor's little girl, 6 years old. Her name was Emma. She knocked on my door and asked me to teach her to bake bread because she'd heard I was the best. And I could not say no to a child. So I got up, I got dressed, I taught her. She burned the first 3 loaves, flour all over my floor. But the next week she came back, and the week after that. I started looking forward to Tuesdays. Then I started cleaning my kitchen on Mondays so it would be ready. Then I started going to the store again. Do you see what happened? One little girl pulled me back into living, one small thing at a time. That one reason saved my life. My doctor told me later, people who have a reason to get up live longer. They stay sharper. They hold on to their minds far longer. From baking bread with a child, now you've got all 3. And I know you. You are sitting there at 60, thinking it is too late for you. Don't you dare close this, because if I could only tell you one thing before I go, it wouldn't be any of the 3. It would be this: your friends, your strength, your reason to get up. They sound like 3 things. They're not. They are all the same thing. They are all reasons to keep living. And here is what I know now, at 100, that I could not see at 60. The thing that kills you in the end is usually not your heart or your bones or your memory. It is the day you decide you are finished. That is what kills you. You give up, and your body gives up right behind you. So here is my one thing, the only one that matters. You are not too old. You just believe you are. And that belief is the lie that is killing you. 60. You think 60 is the end. I am telling you, 60 is barely halfway through the good part. I had 25 good years after I almost gave up. 25. I made new friends in my 80s, real ones. And this time, I called them first. I walked to my mailbox every single day until last winter. You have more time than you think. I didn't believe it, and I wasted years being scared instead of living. Don't you do that. Don't wait until you are 100 to understand this. I am begging you. I was you. I sat right where you are sitting, thinking the best of my life was over. It wasn't. Call your friend. Get out of that chair. Find your reason and stop telling yourself it is too late, because from where I am sitting at 100 years old, honey, you are just getting started. So tell me, I want to know, which one hit you the hardest? Your friends, your strength, or your reason to get up? Tell me in the comments which one you needed to hear today. I read every single one.